yeah, so, you know, after taking this apart and diagnosing it, and looking over all the parts and whatnot, I'm thoroughly impressed about this grinder, that I feel that it deserves to be reviewed. So this is a Makita LXT. It's an 18-volt grinder. I can't remember the serial numbers I saw for it while I was looking for the parts, but it's a 4.5 inch, right? And like, first of all, the simplicity of it, battery, some sort of controller, switch, brushes, magnet. I mean, what can go wrong? And if anything does go wrong, how difficult is it to replace it? I've diagnosed the problem that the windings are burned out, and also this got so hot that it fused the brushes to the plastic here, and it looks like it kind of moved these holders for the brushes here, right? So instead of just replacing the brushes, because I could just do that, I was thinking to just buy the whole assembly here. And it's easy. It just plugs in right there, it's modular. I mean, there's no soldering required. Right? And here's the magnet, and just look at the stator. I mean, the commutator. Now, I was originally going to try rewinding this motor, but after looking at the commutator, I said to myself, it's seen better days. But it says that this motor, I mean, this guy used this grinder, I mean, look at it. It's really down there, It'll still work, but I would feel better putting a brand new stator on there. I mean, a armature on there, The bearings are still solid, Here too, the bearings. Look at the gear. Look at the condition of the gear here. Okay. Now look at the condition of the gear inside the housing. Okay. And then look at the condition of the commutator. It doesn't match up, does it? These look brand new. So, I mean, if this guy every year just took it apart like this and blew it out at the least, and at the most took like a screwdriver and a rag and really tried to get all the metal shavings stuck to the magnet here, this would have never happened. And he would have caught this problem here and changed the brushes, and this grinder would have been good for another, what, I don't know how old this grinder is, probably 10 years old, 5-10 years old, I'm thoroughly impressed with this grinder, thoroughly impressed with it. So now, these were like, these are the caps holding the brushes in place, and they were very, very hard to come off, and that's because the plastic fused itself to the inside of the cap here. So but I'll tell you, I'm thoroughly impressed with this grinder. If ever I were to buy battery powered equipment, for sure it'll be a Makita. Very, very, very confident. But here's the dilemma. I've sourced this part from 3 places. The place that I sourced the part first was where I acquired the part number. And that place has it selling for $27 American before shipping. And shipping is $14. And I don't know what extra taxes and tariffs I might have to pay on it. So I'm looking at over $60. Well, just shipping and the cost of this alone is $57 when you do the exchange rate, okay? And then I found it on AliExpress. AliExpress has this for $30 and with $4 shipping. The problem is I don't trust AliExpress, Like, I've never used it, so I don't have any sort of experience with it, and I really don't want to go down a rabbit hole for this, okay? And then the third place is Amazon. I finally found it on Amazon, and the part by itself is $40 and the shipping is $20. So $60 on Amazon, and so far it seems to be the best deal. Okay, that's just for the $60. And this on Amazon actually has this the cheapest. I could get the white plastic here, and brushes and brand new caps all together for $14 with shipping. So these two together come up to about $76 total. So it would cost me $76 to refurbish this grinder. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I was thinking to sell it, but I don't know. I really don't know. And I was thinking too, if the guy who owned it prior to me, if he wants it back, if he'd buy it from me, you know, keep it as a spare, or maybe continue using it and return the one that he's going to buy now, you know. And then I thought to myself, why don't I keep it for myself and use these batteries on it? But these batteries don't last very long, even on this drill, you know. And that grinder there is going to be very, very power hungry. I don't know what the draw on this drill is. 1/2 inch, 20 volt max. It doesn't say there. These are, I don't know, 1.5 milliamps. Huh. Yeah, I don't think so. I think the batteries that guy was running this drill on were 5 milliamps, or 5 amps, sorry, not 1.5, but 5 amps. So, you know, that was an option I was thinking. Like, I don't want to spend money on this, but it's a shame to not repair it, because I appreciate quality tools, and I feel that this thing is worth its value, you know. I think it's really worth it. So, I mean, what I can do too probably is buy a bigger capacity lithium ion battery for my DeWalt here, maybe a 5 amp that I could use with this charger, you know, buy like probably a third party and see what I can do there. But or I could probably list this grinder for sale as is, customers' responsibilities to repair it. The problem has been identified. Maybe, I don't know, charge $30 for it if anybody wants it, you know. And I'm only suggesting selling it at that price in its current condition, only because if the situation was different, I would definitely invest into this grinder and keep it, because it's definitely worth it, you know. But I already have my Bosch there, and if later on in life I feel the need to go mobile, instead of buying batteries, I think I might just buy a generator, a small generator to run my power tools, you know. But I mean, this is a shame. This was a really, really nice grinder, and you can see that, you know, the only problem was that it needed to be cleaned, you know. I mean, look at all the dust that's coming out of it, you know. If I do that, you see how dirty it was? It was way more dirtier than that. So, I mean, it's a great grinder, man. I mean, as a kid growing up, I grew up with a Makita drill, you know. We didn't have the chuck key, and that's the kind of drill where when you press the button, it's full power. There's no speed control inside of it. It was a bare bones drill, you know. And to change the bits, you just mash the trigger and grab the truck as fast as you can, and hold on to it to loosen it and to tighten it, you know. That's how I grew up. So, I mean, I would love so much to refurbish this, you know, because my father was a carpenter, and I mean, I learned everything from him when it comes to doing carpentry and whatnot, you know. Yeah, I think it's a waste to let this go to the garbage. I think I should do it some justice, you know. Anyway, if anybody's interested in buying it, let me know.